Hi, I'm Dan with Cali, and today we're going to try to install the stealth bumper on the 3rd gen Toyota Tundra. This is a fairly difficult install. If this is your first time installing a bumper, I would recommend getting some professional help. For Tundra hardware, you're going to be receiving 12 M12 bolts, 20 1/2-inch washers, 8 M12 lock nuts, and 4 5/16 washers. For tools, you're going to need a pry tool, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, tin snips, or a cutting tool for plastic. You're going to want a 3/8 drive extensions, a ratcheting wrench, a 19mm socket, a 17mm socket, a 12mm socket, and a 10mm socket. You're going to want a 17mm ratcheting box end wrench, a 19mm box end wrench, and another 19mm ratcheting box end wrench. You're also going to need a crescent wrench. So for convenience, I'll be using an impact drill and a power ratcheting wrench. First, we're gonna have to remove the front bumper on the Tundra. There's a few wiring clips that we need to undo, as well as some bolts. There are 4 clips for the wiring up in the front that we're gonna have to undo. We'll show you what those are. And then we're gonna start undoing the bolts that are attaching it to the vehicle. So the first steps to removing the bumper is to unplug the wiring harness. So we're gonna go ahead and show you how to do that. We have 3 clips we're gonna undo, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the hardware that's holding the bumper on. The first 2 clips to unplug are here. If you're having a hard time unplugging it, it's easier to push it in farther. And then you're gonna push this clip here, then pull that out. I've already undone this one. We're gonna go to the other side of the vehicle and unplug that wiring bit as well. Next, we're going to undo these 4 bolts using our 10mm socket. And then we have 2 plastic clips, one here by the headlight, and then another one by this headlight to undo, and then we're going to then move to the sides of the vehicle. So next you're going to use your pry tool or flathead screwdriver. You're going to pop that center pin out, pull this up, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. So next we're going to be removing the fender liner from the bumper, and then this part of the bumper from this quarter panel. So we have these bolts that we're going to be removing. There's another one hidden up here. You may or may not have to remove it depending on how stiff this plastic is. But we're gonna start with this corner, work our way up, and then we're gonna pop this off. So next we're going to pry this trim piece off the side of the truck. You can just grab it from the side here. I like to brace my thumb out here so I don't pull too much in one direction. And then you're gonna pop this out, work your way up. And that way we can now have access to this section of the fender. And we're going to pop out towards yourself. And then pop this out up to there. There we go. Now we're gonna do this to the other side of the vehicle. Next, we're going to be using that same 10mm socket to remove 4 bolts that are attaching the front of the bumper over here. Next, we're going to be removing the 4 bolts that are mounting it in the middle of the bumper, and then we're going to go ahead and pull that off. You can stick a wrench all the way through on this side, or you can get an extension and go through the front to undo those. So now that we have all of the hardware undone and all of the plastic clips popped, we're going to go ahead and pull this front bumper off, and then we'll continue on to the next step. that we have the bumper off the vehicle, we have it on some foam padding to keep it from getting scratched. We're going to go ahead and remove these Phillips head screws all along the outside. You can leave these ones attached to the outside fender. You're just going to want to remove the inside pieces up here, and then there is only 2 up top that we're going to be removing. So next we're going to detach this top trim piece on the bumper. So these 2 tabs are connected to the inside facade, and then this tab, these smaller tabs, we're going to be undoing all around the top, and that's going to allow us to drop this plastic piece down, and then we'll be able to get to the other pieces as well. So next we're going to use, I'm using a flathead screwdriver to then remove these tabs on this other front facade piece. We're gonna pop this down, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So now that the trim on the outside is removed, we're gonna go ahead and remove these 2 front pieces, starting with the bottom one, and then we're gonna go to the top. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove these tabs to remove that last plastic part. Now that we have removed all those plastic trim pieces, we're going to be cutting these sections of the bumper so that we can pull this little section out and the stealth bumper can fit in. So now that we have the cut part of the plastic all trimmed up, sanded so it's nice and smooth, we're going to start by replacing the lower trim pieces, and then we're going to replace the top part after that. So now that we're finished with the front bumper, we're gonna go ahead and turn our attention to the crash bar. So we're gonna have to remove this. We are going to be using the 17mm sockets to remove these. Depending on the model of Tundra that you have, you may or may not have this active air dam. If you have the active air dam and you unplug it, you are going to get an error code saying that it has been unplugged. You can either live with it, or you can get an aftermarket plug-in that'll trick the truck into thinking that it has one, or you can remove the air dam itself and then reattach the motor onto our bumper if you are not using a winch, just so you don't have that air popping up. So I've left these 2 bolts in, so that way when I have the rest of them out, it just doesn't fall out. Just remember, this is a little heavy, so when you pull this off, it's gonna wanna throw itself down. So just kind of anticipate that as you're pulling it off. Next, we're gonna go ahead and remove this part of the undercarriage. It's just a sound barrier, essentially. We're gonna pull that down so that way there's enough room for the bumper to fit. If you want, you can cut it along here to give it enough room to fit. Again, you just need to trim it back to this cross member, but I'm just gonna pull this one off. To remove this, there are 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after you put the plastic bumper on the truck, you're then going to be putting the metal bumper on. We're just doing this to show you how it's bolted on. You're going to want to do this with a friend. If you are putting a winch on, these 2 studs here to line it up with the plastic bumper on, you're going to bring it up at an angle like this, and then you're going to hook it on, and then you're going to be putting your stock bolts, the ones that were on the truck. You're going to get the thread started on this side. You are going to need to have this pushed up and into this channel there, and then you're going to do the same thing for the 2 inside threaded bolt holes. So once you have these in position, you're not going to want to tighten all the way down. You're just going to be putting them up here. You're then going to be putting your 2 bolts in here. You're going to want to have the head on this side of the bracket. So you're going to push it up, put on your lock nut, same thing for these top parts. And then you're going to be doing it for these 2. So we're just going to pull this off, put the plastic bumper on, and then continue to mounting this. So we're just going to push this on. And then I have 2 of the bolts that I'm using for the top to make sure that I can hold it in place before I go ahead and let it go so it doesn't drop. And now I'm going to go to both sides, push the bumper in, and redo all the hardware that I took off. So now we're going to replace these plastic clips into the headlight housings. So we have one on the passenger and one on the driver's side. I'm going to do the driver's side. Lastly, we're going to be using these 4 bolts to then mount the center part of the bumper onto the truck. I'm going to go ahead and start those by hand and then go back with my 10mm socket and tighten those down. So you are going to have 4 extra bolts from this process because these are where that cutout was. So don't worry, you're fine to have extras. And now we're gonna go ahead and install a light bar onto our bumper and then install it onto the truck. So when you're installing your light bar, these two tabs are welded here. Depending on how they're welded, they may come in a little bit or they may splare out. You can use a crescent wrench to clamp on that. And then you can slightly bend it in or bend it out depending on what you need to make sure that light bar is centered. Set that back in, and now that is nice and snug. So now that we have the bumper put into place with 4 bolts, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the hardware in and tighten all down. So the bumper can have some slight side-to-side adjustment. So just when you push it on there, try to get all the bolts in, loosely thread it, and then once you get all the bolts in, as soon as you start to tighten it down, it's gonna suck it in. Just don't tighten the ones on the back plate all the way. You're gonna get the most of the way, and then you're going to tighten the top 4 bolts first to suck the bumper up, and then you're going to tighten the rest of the bolts to suck it back into the vehicle. Thanks for watching this install video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as visiting CaliRaisedLED.com to get other awesome products like these.